Hi, I'm Nancy. Welcome to Mindful Yoga. Today, our theme is the heart chakra, a chakra that is symbolized by a 12-petaled lotus. It has the color of green, connecting with photosynthesis because its element is the air. And this is really the chakra of the heart and lung area. As you might expect, the well-balanced heart chakra is compassionate to self and others and full of loving kindness. So that's where we're going today. Let's find a place where we can have an erect spine, alert and relaxed, feeling the earth beneath us, lifting up through the crown, tucking the chin just a bit for a long neck in the back. Invite the breath in through nose and throat down into the lung and heart area. Expanding down with the diaphragm. One more long, deep breath. Then bringing the focus to the bottom of the spine, envisioning the breath coming up from the earth into the bottom of the spine and down back to the earth. Drinking in the stability and safeness of the earth chakra. Then bring that inhale up the front of the spine to just behind the abdomen, the water chakra area. This place of inner ocean. Inhaling up the front of the spine, up that central channel of subtle energy to behind the belly button and lower rib area, the fire chakra. Place of courage and willpower. And then breathing up from the earth, up the front of the spine to behind the heart. Leaving that area open and soften. The heart, the shoulders, the arms, lungs, thymus gland are all part of this heart chakra. The mudra for the heart chakra is making a lotus with your hands. The thumb and the little finger come together and the three fingers on top open and close as if they are a lotus or a flower blooming. Opening on the inhale and closing on the exhale. Take that breath for a moment. Iyengar writes, you have to create love and affection for your body, for what it can do for you. Love must be incarnated in the smallest pore of the skin, the smallest cell of the body, to make them intelligent, so they can collaborate with all the others in the big republic of the body. The sacred intelligence of cells attained, the yogi begins to care for all beings in the republic of the world, resonating with the cells of all bodies in a dynamic dance of love energy. One more breath here. Then let's bring our fingertips to this heart area, tapping, waking up that part of our anatomy, our heart, our lungs, our shoulders. And then stretching out one arm and tapping down the front of the arm to the hand and the back of the arm up, down and up a few more times. The thymus gland, which is located behind the heart. Bring the hands across and over to the other side. The thymus gland is responsible for training the T cells, which are part of our immune system. So a healthy heart chakra, both physically and mentally, helps our immunity. Now bring the hands behind the head, bring elbows together. Inhale, open elbows. Exhale, close. Keep the focus on that heart chakra. Feeling the heart open and soften. Then bring the hands down to the shoulders, fingertips on the shoulders, same thing, opening with an inhale and closing the elbows with an exhale as chin comes down towards the chest. Inhaling, opening up the heart chakra, exhaling, protecting it. And as the elbows come together, the back of the heart opens. Also a place where the metabolism of loving kindness takes place. And letting elbows be open, we'll twist slightly, mainly through the mid-back and up into the shoulders. Not a big turn. Twisting from side to side, opening up the spine in this dimension. Then coming back through center, circle the elbows. Elbows circle forward and back, a little bit up and round. Please modify in any way that makes this easier and more comfortable and better for your body. Come around the opposite direction. Always aware of what your shoulders need, your wrists, your hips, your neck. We all have bodies that have lived in this world. One last time round. Stretch out the arms. We'll turn the palms towards the walls and then the back of the hands towards the walls. So wrists are bringing the fingers up and then bringing the fingers down. The Sanskrit for the heart chakra is anahata. And anahata means the unstruck sound, the sound that has never been struck. Interesting. Now let's turn wrists at the end of our arms. So we might think of this heart chakra as having a deep, inexpressible, universal vibration in it, round the other way, that sometimes we hear just the slightest echo of. And each time it's new. Bring the arms down, bring the shoulders up towards the ears and back, squeezing shoulder blades together, coming down and forward and up. Exhaling as shoulders come down, inhaling shoulders up, mingling breath and movement. And then one time round the opposite direction. And let shoulders rest down. Now bring the tops of your arms alongside your body, stick your elbows into your waist. And we're going to squeeze our shoulder blades together. Squeezing the shoulder blades towards the spine will make the arms move out. So I'm not really moving my arms by using my arms or shoulders, but I'm using the shoulder blades, the muscles between the shoulder blades and the spines to squeeze together. This is a wonderful exercise to strengthen the heart chakra, also to improve the posture. 2 more times. Then let the arms hang down and let the chest become concave. Let the arm bones come forward. The chin comes down into a kind of overprotective posture. This represents the underactive heart chakra. Now, open up with arms spread, elbows and shoulders soft. Here I am, vulnerable, but open. And then coming back. Perhaps sometimes we get a little numb in our heart. We hide, we criticize ourselves. An open heart chakra is one that can let go of anger, guilt, shame. Let's bring this time arms together and chin down. So the sides of the hands are coming together. Open up the heart chakra, and then just a healthy protection of the heart without any sense of hiding. Of course, there's always things that we keep in our heart. That's part of the unstruck sound, I think. Buddhist monks who have come to the United States to teach often write that Americans are so self-critical, much more than the Japanese or Tibetans or Thai people that they're used to working with. Whether it's our overachieving culture or individualistic culture, we need to practice loving ourselves. Bring your hands down. Once again, come to this is called the Padma Mudra, the mudra of the heart chakra. We'll have our fingers together as we're here in front of the heart. And then as we inhale, we're going to open the fingers and reach up. And exhale, bring them down and fingers come together. The affirmation here is, I love and I am loved. I love and I am loved. I love and I am loved. Pausing for a moment. Then removing anything that's high underneath you and coming onto a blanket with crisscrossed legs. We'll open our spine to the side, sliding across the mat, opening up the arm. Let the hips stay down on the blanket or mat. Bring your focus to the side of the heart-lung area. Breathing into and opening, letting respiration occur right there in the upper sides of the ribs. The seed sound is yum, 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 Y-A-M. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. And come back up. Now cross the ankles, bring the knees up, and just bring the knees kind of close in, just as far as they come, no strain. If you can bring your arms around your knees, or maybe have your hands on your knees, sit up straight with the pelvis down and crown up. Soft gaze, inhale through the pelvic floor, drawing the pelvic floor up, drawing abdomen up, drawing the stomach up under the ribs, and hold for a moment and release. Inhale, breathe up through pelvic floor, drawing it up together. Stomach draws up under the ribs. And exhale. Yogis love these locks that make the inhale be longer so that we can, as they say, burn their selfish desires. Inhaling through pelvic floor one last time, drawing stomach up behind the ribs. And exhale. Now we're going to come to a lying position. So bringing the back of your heart to the earth as you lie back. I'm going to put on a light and let yourself lie back. Feel the back of your heart against the earth. Feel your breathing, communicating with the earth. Perhaps sending loving kindness there. Certainly receiving loving kindness from the earth. Bring the arms so that hands are on opposite elbows. Elbows are bent above the chest. Let one upper arm come down towards the floor, then up through center, and the other upper arm coming down towards the floor on the other side. So hands on opposite elbows, elbows going down towards the earth on one side, and then other elbow on the other side. Feeling the stretch through the shoulders. One more time on each side. Release the hands, let the arms come out from the shoulders. Bring the soles of the feet together and knees just hang wide open. Relax down through shoulders, the back of the heart, through the hips. Bring the hands down, help the thighs come up. Right thigh crosses over left thigh. Hands lift the knees in the direction of the chest. Then spread the arms out. Hand which is opposite the top leg comes under the arm and entwines with it. So arms entwine, elbows reach up towards the ceiling. And then you might bring elbows towards the knees and hold for just a moment, nurturing the heart. And bring it back. And two more times, lifting up, nurturing the heart. And coming back one last time. Let arms reach out to the sides. Once again, soles of feet come together, knees wide. Relax down through jaw, between the shoulder blades, the sacrum. Heart open and soft. Bring hands down, bring thighs together. Opposite leg comes over the other thigh. So thighs cross in the opposite direction. Hands gently bring the legs up towards the chest. Arm that is opposite the top leg comes under the other arm. Arms entwine, just as is possible for you. Bring the elbows up towards the ceiling. You may stay like this, or you might bring elbows and knees together. Pause for a moment, nourishing the heart, relaxing back, come together, relaxing back, and bringing them together, loving yourself. And relax back. Unfurl the legs, bring the arms along the sides. We're going to come into bridge pose. Let the shoulders come in, let the elbows come towards the waist, press into the soles of the feet, engage glutes as hips rise, Hands might come underneath the buttocks with clasped hands. Press into the soles of the feet. Widen through the collarbones so the heart and lung area can be open. Breathing in the front of the lungs and the back of the lungs, the sides of the lungs. 360 degrees. One last inhale and slowly roll down. Extend legs out. Bring yourself up on your elbows and then onto your hands. We're going to do an incline. You can do this with hands behind, fingers towards your body. You could do it with your elbows. So we're going to lift our hips, either with elbows supporting us or hands supporting us. I'm on my heels, and I'm drawing a more or less straight line from shoulders down through heels. Open up once again through the heart area, not forcing anything. This is another strengthener for the area behind the heart, the thymus gland. For 3, 2, and 1, and bring it down. Lie back just one more time. We're going to come into a twist. Arms come out from the shoulders. Left foot comes up by the right thigh. Hips shimmy over to the left just a bit, and left foot comes up on right thigh. Right hand gently draws that left knee across. Feel the twist coming through the heart chakra area. Come into relationship with where you are right now. Sensing where your feet are. Being where your feet are. Sensing where your hands are. Being where your hands are. Sensing where your head is. Being where your head is. Sensing where your heart is. Being where your heart is. Release and unwind. Extend both legs out. Right foot comes up by left thigh. Shimmy the hips over to the right. Arms are out from the shoulders. Right foot up on left thigh. Left hand gently drawing knee across. Relaxing down through hips and shoulders. Draw to mind something challenging you now. Just see it there in front of you. Let the breath surround it and soften it. Send that challenge compassion and love. Just feel the love swirling around it, penetrating it. Let the energy of the heart shift it, if only a little bit. It's still there, that challenge. Maybe just a little bit different. Release and let the twist go. Roll over and we'll come up to a standing position. Bring your hands back behind your buttocks, clasped. Inhale. Exhale as hands press forward. My fingers are interwoven with each other. Exhale. Inhale, palms up towards ceiling, fingers interlaced, and then back behind. Inhale. Exhale forward. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale, stay back. Exhale forward. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale back. One more time. Exhale forward. Inhale up. Exhale back. Keep the fingers interlaced. Soft in the knees and the hips. Torso comes parallel. Hands might stay back or they might rise up as torso comes parallel. Find your place here. Perhaps head goes down farther. Perhaps belly comes towards thighs. Then very soft in the knees, strong in the belly. Come back up. Now bring the feet so they're a little wider than hip width apart. A little softness in the knees and the hips. Hold the hands out and pretend that you are holding a strap or a belt out here. We don't really need one. My hands are a little bit wider than shoulder width, and I'm holding that imaginary strap tight. Then I'm bringing the arms up over the head and back. So no strain on the shoulders here, just bringing the hands up to the place where it's best if you don't go any farther. Next time you come down, bring the hands just a little bit wider. And this time, bring them up. Perhaps you can go back behind the head just a bit or not. Come to where it is right for you. And then bring the arms back down. So opening up through the shoulders. Shoulder blades naturally come up and together a bit at the top. And come back down. One more time, up. Make an L shape. So one fist is up and one fist is out to the side. And as if you're bringing that strap up and out to the side, taking your L shape back and forth to each side. One last time, over to this side. Bring both arms up and back. We're going to do a balance now. So finding your foundation leg, we're going to become a stork riding the wind. Our knee will rise up. So make that leg, that's the foundation leg, dynamic. Find your focus point out in front of you as the leg rises. Arms reach out, elbows and wrists are soft. And then bring it back down. Continue to lift and close, or if you would like, pause in the open wing pose and let the air just blow through you. And bring it down. Other side, bring the other foundation leg into dynamic energy. Good focal point, knee lifts and goes down, getting that foundation leg used to supporting the weight up through the whole body. And then letting the arms enter in, doing this dynamic dance of heart energy within the element of the heart. Air. And if you'd like to pause up here. One last inhale and bring it down. Good job. Let's come into mountain pose. Grounding down through your feet. Feeling the earth energy coming up into your feet, up into pelvic floor, meeting water energy in your abdomen, coming up into fire energy between your lower ribs, up into heart energy. Breathing into the heart and lung area. Inhale, arms up above the head. Let palms come together. steeple fingers with the four fingers pointing up. Inhale up, exhale over. As you inhale up, become long between pelvis and ribs. Keep that length as you come over. So the goal here is not so much coming far over to the side, but having a stretch in both the side and the back between the pelvis and the ribs, and keeping that length in the body. One more time to each side. Bring the hands down and around. Hands come to the sacrum with fingers down. Knees are soft. Shoulder blades coming together, long in the tailbone, long through the back of the neck as you open from pelvis up through sternum, raising up in your gaze. And then knees bend, hips are soft as you fountain cross the arms, bring them up and around. And one more time. Opening up pelvis to sternum. Just an easy opening here. And fountaining up. Hands rise. Very soft as you sit down onto a stool. Hands can come in front of you with palms facing each other. Inhale up. Exhale forward. This gives you a little bit more space through the chest to breathe if your arms are out in front of you. Inhale up. And one time down, last time down into chair. Let hands come down in front of you. Widen the feet and come down into a squat. You could be up on your toes here. Encourage the knees a little bit apart with the elbows, not over extending through hips, the back of the sacrum. Then bringing hands down, we'll come into tabletop. So hands are right under shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale, as tailbone rises, shine your heart forward. Exhale, open up through the back of the heart. Inhale, front of spine, all those energy centers of the subtle energy of our body spinning. And exhale. One more time in each direction. Opening through all sides of the heart. Balancing into loving kindness for self and others. Now we'll come back into tabletop. Let the shins and the feet come over to the right. Weight comes into the right hand. Left foot comes out. Right knee is underneath the hips. Open up into mandala. Feel that opening, and we'll come back to the seed sound. Yum, yum, yum. Hand comes down, gaze comes down, feet come over to the other side, opening on the other side. Yum, yum, yum. Hand and gaze down. Feet come to the right, opening up. Yum, yum, yum. Now the tabletop, and one last time. Yum, yum, yum. Hand comes down. And we will push into our hands, the hands coming a little forward of the shoulders, tuck the toes, raise the hips, and come back into downward dog. Let the hips come back. Let the spine be long. Knees are very soft at first. Let the shoulder blades separate and coming up a bit towards the direction of the hands. Maybe paddling the feet. And just pausing for a moment, breathing through the back of the lungs, the back of the heart. Bringing nourishment to the thymus gland. A little love for your immune system. Then coming forward into plank for 4, 3, knees can be up or down, 2, and 1, and bring it down. Let's come into Sphinx for a moment. Relax shoulder blades down towards the waist. Just breathe air into this posture. And bringing hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes up into downward dog. One more time here. Reach back. Enjoy the stretch. Take a breath. Then walk the feet forward. Hands come to feet and slowly roll up. Coming back through mountain. Bring the hands together at the sternum so my thumbs are against my heart. And I am keeping the thumbs and little fingers together as my lotus flower opens here. Inhale into your open hands. Inhaling and exhaling, letting the breath overflow and bathe you in loving kindness. Think of something you love about yourself. Say your name. I love this about you, Nancy. It's hard to do. Breathe it in and out. Now bring the fingers together. Imagine between your palms, there's a green glow of the heart chakra between your hands. Think of something you are loving about your life right now. Open your arms, inhale, give that something a big hug. Let the green glow expand. And then let the hands come together. And one more time, hugging that thing about your life that you love. Or person, perhaps. And come in. Now we're going to bring one foot forward and one foot back. My forward foot is going towards the corner and my other foot is back behind and there's space between them. I'm going to be shifting with soft knees back and forward. Again, becoming a bird, my wings open and then they come forward, protecting my nest. The fingers almost coming together, but not quite. The ends of my feathers almost touching. Pigeon protecting her nest, or his nest. The intention of the heart chakra is towards compassion, love. It puts whatever shame or anger we are carrying at ease. And coming back one last time, arms come down as that foot comes in and the other one extend towards the opposite corner, beginning to soft knee, shift the weight back and forth, opening the wings and protecting your nest. A strong heart chakra allows us to mother ourselves, to become that mother that's big enough to hold everything that we have been and are. Mother it with love. Letting your bright, spontaneous heart shine forward. One last time. And bring hands and feet down and together. We're going to do a warrior one. So opening up our chest and our heart area. One foot comes forward, toes forward, and the other at 30 degrees. Knee is slightly bent. Finding your position, a little bit of space between the heels, aligning the hips towards the front of the mat. First, let's open the hands so palms come forward, squeeze shoulder blades together gently. Shoulder blades relax down towards the waist. Breathing expansively through heart and lung. Then inhale as arms arch up. Stay long in the tailbone, long in the back of the neck, opening up from pelvis through sternum. And exhale back. One more time. Up. Opening the heart. And on the exhale, bring the hands down around the feet and come back into downward dog. Soft knees, stretch back. Bring the left foot under the hips, right foot rises up. Reach up. Knee comes under belly, or you might come down onto your knees, and we're coming into a knee down lunge. In knee down lunge, bring the hands to the heart. Let one hand take the string of an imaginary bow, and the other hand push the bow out, the wood of the bow out. Hands come back through center. And opposite hand takes the string and the other hand pushes the bow out. One more time on each side. This is good for the meridians connected with heart and lungs. This time, let's let our arrow go and let it be an arrow of compassion into the world. Hands come through center. Open your bow. Arrow of compassion. Hands come around the front foot, bring the back foot up and rise up for warrior one. This time left foot stays forward and right foot comes back, aligning the hips towards the front of the mat, opening up, palms forward. Breathing, expanding the lungs and the heart. Then inhale as arms arch up, opening pelvis through sternum. Exhale back. Inhale up, opening heart to sky. And this time, bring your hands down around the front foot. Foot comes back into downward dog. Again, knees are soft, stretching back through the hips towards the wall behind you a little bit more. Maybe heels come down a little farther, this time towards the mat. Right foot comes under the hips, left foot rises up. Bring knee under belly or come down onto your knees and make your way into low lunge, knee down lunge. And once again, we're going to have one hand pulling the string and the other one pushing the bow. Where does your arrow of compassion go? Other side. And one more time on each side. Hands come down around the front foot. Come up into downward dog once again. Stretch back. Come forward into plank for 3, 2, and 1. Elbows come close and knees come down. So we're down in a prone position now. Bring the right arm so that the forearm is horizontal under the shoulders. Left leg bends up and left hand comes back to get some, your tights maybe, or ankle or foot. Push hand and foot into each other. Long through the knee, coming down from the thigh. Maybe that thigh lifts up just a bit, opening up through that whole side of the body. And bring it down. Let that leg go. Other arm comes horizontal under the shoulders, and right leg bends, right hand comes back. Lengthen from thigh, down the thigh to the knee. Push foot into hand. And maybe you raise that thigh up a bit. Maybe it doesn't come up, but there's an opening through the side front of the body. And let it come down. Bring both hands back around front. Torso comes down onto the mat. Arms come back along the side. Bend both knees, raise up through head and shoulders, and reach back. And that might be where you end, right here. This is a fine place to be. And you're getting some good back bending here. If it is within your reach to take hold of clothes or ankles or feet, open up long from knees up through shoulders for 3, 2, and 1, and let it come down. Rest your heart down on the earth, your cheek on your hands for a few breaths. Now turn over on your side. Bring your forearm underneath your shoulder. Knees are bent just a bit. Bring your hand down to your knee and bring the knee towards the nose, nose towards knee. Then bring the hand down the shin to the ankle or foot. Let the hip come forward a bit. So I'm bringing, it's a quad stretch basically, opening up through the heart and body area. Back to our affirmation. I love and I am loved. I love and I am loved. Let that leg come down, and we'll do it on the other side. Resting on your forearm, soft knees. Knee comes up towards nose. A hand comes down the shin. Knee might just stay straight down. Hip might come forward a bit, knee back a bit. Find your place. I love and I am loved. I love, and I am loved. And let the leg come down. And we'll come back up into a standing position for a few balances. And I say a few balances because one of our balances is going to be eagle, in which we are protecting our hearts. And one of our balances is going to be dancer, in which we open our hearts out. So we'll start with the protecting of our own hearts, really our loving ourselves. That is so important to all of the compassion that we can show in the world. Bring your weight into one foot. Establish your foundation leg up the side of your body. Hands can be on hips at first. Cross other thigh across. Toe might come to the mat and stay there, or it might lift up. Let the hips be straight across, so not skewed too much. Open up arms. Arm that is opposite of the top leg comes under the other and entwines. Elbows come forward. Be generous with yourself. That toe can come to the mat. It's fine. Bringing love to yourself, protecting your heart, nurturing your heart. Unwind, spread the arms, and unwind your feet. We'll do it on the other side. Weight comes into the opposite foot, good focal point. Lifting that knee, crossing the thighs, toe to mat, or perhaps lifted. Arms reach out. Opposite arm of the top leg comes under the other arm. Compassion for your wobbles here. Some days you got balance, some days you don't. Arms reach out, nurturing the heart. Unwind, arms come out, unwind legs. Take a breath here for a moment. Then bringing the weight into, let's bring it into the right foot first. One arm comes, the right arm, the weight is in the right foot, good focal point. Right arm reaches up, left leg lifts up just a bit, and that left arm stays with the left leg. Reaching forward with the hand, offering your loving kindness into the world. Coming back and forth, perhaps coming to a pause here. Back leg can come up just as far as you'd like. No strain here. Opening the heart, offering out with the palm. And then one last reach. And come back. Weight comes into the other foot. Left arm rises forward, palm up. Keep the eyes on the horizon, the eyes lifted to the horizon. Attention on those fingers that are offering your compassion forward. Open in the heart. And one last time, you might pause here for a moment. Just find your place. Loving yourself for whatever you offer here. And bringing it back. Bring your feet wide. Have a nice, long, soft side bend in both directions. resonating with all the cells that are awakening in your body, resonating with the cells of all bodies in this dynamic dance of love energy. Hands come to hip creases, toes turn inward, torso comes parallel, knees are soft, hips are soft, hands might come down, hips rise just slightly, knees soft, dangle down, soft through the lower back, middle back, the area behind the heart, the neck. Walk hands over to one side, open up the upper arm. Hand comes down, flow through center, and open the heart up to the other side. Let that hand come down. Let the weight come into the hands, knees come down, and we'll come into a lying position to close. Let yourself have a big sigh. Lungs and heart open and soft. Breath smooth and calm. Balanced and centered in this heart chakra. It's right in the middle of the stream of chakra energy, receiving the energy of earth and water and fire, and starting to connect to the larger universe in this very human expression of love. Raise the knees, bend above the hips, bring the hands to the kneecaps, and turn in a circle. Each hand on a kneecap, turning the knees in opposite directions, or if they go the same direction, that's fine too. And then back around the opposite direction. Then find your place for a few moments of complete rest. Knees might be tented together. Might have a blanket under your knees. Legs might be extended. Wiggle around. Find a place of ease. Let the softness of the heart come down through stomach and intestines. Pelvic floor, thighs, calves, burrowing in the bottom of the feet. That softness coming through fingers, through the small bones of the hands, up through elbow, shoulders, collarbone, relaxing through jaw, teeth, cheekbones, the bones around the eyes, forehead, crown of the head, skull, the back of the neck. Softness coming behind the heart. The green glow of photosynthesis, alive in our very breathing. Stay here if you would like. If you're coming back into your day, bring some movement to fingers and toes. Lengthen the breath and roll the ankles and wrists. A little hug to the knees. Perhaps lay an intention for how your compassion will come into your life today. And rolling over if you're coming up, coming into a brief sitting position. Hands to heart center. May all beings be safe. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings care for themselves joyfully. And may all beings love themselves completely. Namaste. Thanks for practicing. We all gave a little love to ourselves today by doing this yoga. Be well.